If you recently got engaged, chances are you're looking for a venue for your wedding. This is an exciting period for you because you finally got to organize your own wedding. That's exciting! The problem is too many couples jump into this without having a clear idea of what they look for, wasting time and money. My name is Enrico Fabi, I'm a wedding photographer, and in today's video I want to tell you about the 5 things you must consider before you start looking for your wedding venue. So let's dive in. So the first thing I will consider is, what's my vision? Have you asked yourself what's the kind of style or theme you would like to go for? So jump on Instagram, Pinterest or Facebook if you haven't done it already and start looking for possible themes for your wedding. Here in Australia, boho and rustic weddings are so popular, but you could also go for a timeless and classic wedding. This will help you narrow down your choices and put in clarity in your mind. The second thing you really need to ask yourself is, what matters to me the most? If you haven't done it already, grab your partner, sit down and write down all the things that really matter to you the most. If you are into food like myself, for example, well, the quality of the restaurant will be really important. If instead you would like to party hard until sunrise, well, you're gonna find a venue that is gonna allow you to do that. So knowing exactly what really matters to you will help you narrow down even further your choices. The third very important thing to keep in mind is budget. I know this can be a very sore spot for many couples, but you need to figure out your budget right away. Especially you need to know if you can or cannot afford the wedding venue you're looking for. So if you're not sure how to do your budget, I'll add a link in the description below to my wedding planner workbook. It contains an incredibly useful wedding chart where you can establish your budget and know exactly how much everything will cost. This will add even more clarity to your research. So you need to understand if you can afford the venue or if you cannot. Many wedding venues have a pre-made wedding package, which can be tailored for you to what you really want. The thing is, you need to be aware of what's included and what's not. Because you know what? If something is not included, you're gonna pay a lot of money for it. So you better know exactly what the package does and does not include. Always speak with a coordinator to know everything about the wedding package and how much everything else will cost. The number of guests you will invite will also affect your decision regarding the wedding venue. Of course, if you're inviting only 15 people to your wedding, it means you can afford a smaller budget, or if you have a bigger budget, you can splurge more on food and drinks. Whereas instead, if you want to invite more people, it means you will have, of course, to spend way more. But if you cannot afford it, well, you will have to give up something on food and drinks. So know exactly how many people you will invite, because if you're having a big wedding, the small, little, tiny, beautiful wedding venue won't do for you, and vice versa. And finally, the last tip is, keep in mind where you want the ceremony to be. Here in Australia, many couples decide to have the ceremony and the reception in the same place. This is really great because it saves time and money for everyone. The guests won't have to move around and the bridal party won't have to move around either. Everyone is in the same spot. But you know what? This is your wedding. So if you want to get married in the ocean or an island on top of a mountain, you go and do it. Just keep in mind where the reception will be compared to the ceremony. How long will it take you to go from the ceremony to the reception, and how you will get there? This will affect the choice of the venue because you want to find something that is easily accessible and not too far from the ceremony. Of course, there are way more things to consider when looking for your wedding venue, especially the small details. Those are so important. The thing is, I believe those are the things you must know before you start looking for a wedding venue to narrow down your choice, give you clarity, and save you time and money. I hope you find this video useful. I'll add a link in the description to my blog where you can find lots of tips and tricks on how to organize your wedding day. Also, I'll add a link to my wedding planner workbook, which works wonders if you're struggling organizing your wedding. I'll see you next time. Meanwhile, take care of yourself. Ciao.